Hello everybody, welcome to the workshop. My name is Matthew Donnelly. I'm an illustrator and an animator living in Derry, originally from Donegal. And yeah, I do stuff that looks like this. Whoa, there it is. So yeah, I'm going to teach you to do a little animation, and it's going to be all based on the exhibition you would have seen at the CCA gallery in Derry a couple weeks ago. You might remember the exhibition was called Crossing the Park by Micheal Hanna, and it was all about football rivalries. So our animation today is going to be all about a little footballer, and we're going to be using one of these, which is a flip book, which does that. The end thing is going to look kind of like this. Woo! This is a blank one, but on the front you're going to see the keeper catching, and if you flipped down back to this one, you'll see the player kicking. That's because we start on the back one whenever we're looking at it. You hold the book like this with the last page open, so you look at this page and you flip them down like that. Flip books are probably one of the most basic forms of animation because they break it down to the most simple thing that it is, which is one picture after another. And each picture on their own doesn't really look like much, but when you move them fast together, it moves, and that's how you make cartoons. So then the flip books that you have, the two footballers will already be there. This guy at the back end and this guy at the front. But where's the ball? Well, that's what we're going to do today. That's where you come in. The bouncing ball is probably the simplest way to understand animation. Looks kind of like this. And if we pause it somewhere in the middle, you'll see that it doesn't really look like a ball. It looks like this sort of stretched thing. This is part of a rule that we call squash and stretch. So when the ball is hitting the ground, it's all squashed and flat like this. When it bounces up again, it goes into a ball again for a little bit, and then it stretches as it's getting faster and moving up, and as it slows down towards the top, it's a ball again, and then it stretches back down and squishes at the end. I'm going to play that fast. Boing, boing, boing. It's a bouncy ball. Now the one you're going to do is going to be a little different to that, a little bit more complicated, but I trust you, I think you're able for it. Because it's not bouncing up and down, it's being kicked across like this. The only difference really is that instead of the stretch being up, the stretch is going across away from where the footballer has kicked it. So in the first couple of frames, for just the first couple of pictures, just draw a ball plain in front of the footballer. It doesn't matter if you change sides. This is kind of the fun of animation. It gets a little wobbly. So you're gonna have that big stretch at the start. The next page is gonna be a little higher and a little less stretched, and a little higher and a little less stretched, and then a little higher and closer to a ball. We might have one more frame where it's a ball, and then after that we're going to be bringing it down again, stretching in the opposite direction until it hits the ground and squashes. Now we're going to repeat that over the pages until we reach the keeper on the other end. Here's just a quick little example of the ball bouncing on the flip book I had here. You can see that I've kept the ball in the same place, but just moving it up and down. Now with animation, depending on how many pages you take to do the full bounce, it'll make the ball look faster or look slower. Say if you take 8 pages to do one complete bounce, it'll look a lot slower than it would do if you did it in 4 pages. Now the way I've done it, the ball goes right into the keeper's hands, but if you do it a little differently than me, it might go over the top of him or under him, or, well, you'll find out whenever you get to the keeper. So I hope all of your animations look a little different to each other. The same with the ball, have fun with how that looks. It can really look like anything. I just did a plain football, but yours could be a fireball, yours could be a little animal. It can mean really whatever. If it's around that size and the player can kick it and it can bounce, then go for it. It can be anything. And feel free to color it in as much as you want. Color coming off the ball, color in the players, say one side your favorite football team, the other side your least favorite football team. Maybe they're rivals. If you're not really into football, just enjoy it. Color them in however you like. I didn't really watch football as a kid, so I wouldn't know what to do for that if I was you. And remember, this is not the only thing you can do with a flip book. A flip book is just blank sheets of paper, and you can draw anything on them, and you can make almost any kind of animation with it. It's a very simple tool with a lot of possibilities, and you can make one with a copybook, you can make one with any stack of paper. So I hope this really sparks your imagination, and I hope you make more animations in the future. So enjoy this. Happy animating, happy drawing. Yeah, have a great day.